is Austin Martin, and I'm here to tell you what ASB is, for those of you who don't know. ASB stands for Associated Student Body. It's pretty much the head of the student council. It's 5 members. They do most of the presidential committee executive board work in terms of the student council, and they're elected by the whole entire school instead of just one class or one grade. Lastly, ASB elections are coming right up. They're going to be held this Tuesday, and it consists of a questioning and an opening statement by each candidate. Here's a quick interview of your 2016 ASB candidates. Let's take a look. Grace, what is one thing you want to improve about Cascade High School next year?
Well, I was thinking about that, and I feel like that's a very broad question because you're thinking, well, there's a lot of different things with what we could do with like finances or academic-wise, and then I was thinking about what I'm passionate for about Cascade High School, and I have a passion and likeness for the students here at Cascade, and so I think that's what's really awesome about Cascade is that we're a small school, so everyone knows one another. But I think what a big issue at Cascade is that we're not unified and we're not all there to support one another. I think that everyone goes off into their own groups and just kind of worries about themselves and their groups. And so I think a big thing that I want to help Cascade with is unifying. And so I think there's also a big gap between the upperclassmen and the lowerclassmen. So I thought some things that we can do with that is we could start kind of like a mentorship program with the upperclassmen, kind of guiding like the freshmen and being there for them and supporting them and helping them kind of guide them through their year. And I think for helping with the different groups and cliques, I think that's where ASB and Student Council comes in. And I think that we need to all support the different groups. And so like we need to support, the sports, but also the arts departments and agriculture. And I think just us supporting them will it'll show that support. And I think that would spread throughout CHS and make us more unified and support one another and be there for one another. So yeah, I really want to support unifying our school. And I think that's something that we could definitely work on to improve.
Okay, John, explain a specific time when you demonstrated leadership qualities.
Alright, so I'll give you guys a story. A couple weeks back, we're at Buffalo Wild Wings, me and a couple of friends, and there's this great deal where it's for $105 you get 120 wings. Okay, and so we're gonna split it up about 30, like each kind is about 30 wings a piece. So we start just like tossing out like different sauces, what we want. Parmesan garlic here, Asian thing there. But then we whittled down to one set of 30, and we're trying to figure out between mild and medium. Everybody's arguing, the whole table's turmoil. I mean, it's crazy. And so what I threw out, I just thought on top of my head, I was quick, I thought of my answer. I said, why don't we split it up 15 and 15? Everybody loved it. In the action, I just thought of it, I did it. It's what you need as a leader. Because I'm Dominic Federico. Vote me for ASB.
Alright, Peyton, explain what your core values are as a leader.
Well, as a leader, I believe that you need to have like one set of core values. I think that includes honesty, integrity, kindness, and of course, optimism. And you know why? Because would you elect a leader that is not going to be positive about their view of the outcome, their vision? I mean, no one does that. So I think optimism is one of the biggest values that a leader needs. For me, I like to put family first. And here at Cascade, us students, we're a family. Even the staff, they're a family. And for a family, you love them, And I have a vision that next year, this school can just progress so much. And I believe that one way that we can make that happen is to vote for Peyton Hunt for ASB. So remember, vote me for ASB.
Okay, Josh, what makes you the best candidate for ASB?
Well, I want to thank you for asking that, Danielle. You know, it's a very important question that we all need to ask ourselves. So, to be honest, I don't want to lie to the people at Cascade. You know, the people at Cascade, they're great, they're amazing, and it's not my decision to say if I'm the best candidate or not for ASB. That is the decision of the people. But there are definitely some qualities that make me very qualified for ASB. One of these is that I am a very hardworking individual who is capable of doing what I need to get done. Example of this, my sophomore year when I was
Go.
Sorry for that interruption. You can now continue.
Oh, that's quite all right, thank you. So as I was saying, my sophomore year, I led up the Esther Week fundraiser, which did a lot of good. You know, it showed that I was able to follow something through from the beginning to the end, and that's what we need in a leader. I'm also rather kind and extremely humble. Thank you.
All right, Naomi. How does character influence leadership?
Well, if you have a person whose character is comprised of traits such as responsibility, respect, integrity, accountability, then obviously that person has a character that is exemplary, especially among other students, especially in schools. And if that person's character is a positive one and is made of all those traits, then their leadership skills are going to be more developed than that of a person who doesn't have traits like that, because they won't be as outgoing and they won't be more willing to help their school, help their peers, just better everyone around them. And being one of your ASB candidates, I believe that I do possess some of those exemplary traits that would account for leadership. And I've been appreciative of being on student council the past 2 years and being able to strengthen those traits. And I'd love to be on ASB next year to further strengthen them. So vote me for ASB.
Tell about a time you failed as a leader and how did you respond?
A time where I failed as a leader, okay, was a time where it was actually about, had to be like yesterday actually. I was going around gathering ASB signatures as one would gather berries for a hunt, and I happened to come across a table where it was like any other table. I was going to gather their signature and it would be the end of it, right? You know, gather for ASB. I came across this one guy and he told me, tell me my name and then I will sign the paper. So, I ask him, I tell him, Lewis? Wasn't his name. So, I say, I'll come back to you, you know? And did I come back to him? No. So at that moment, I felt like I failed as a leader. And how did I respond to it? Well, it just made me realize that I need to further my expenditures as a aspiring member of ASB, so I can really access the lower student council member, or the lower people as the lower students of the school, so I can access everybody on an equal level. So yeah.
All right, Cade. What are ways to fix real issues facing students today?
Well, before you can fix an issue, you have to know what the issue is. So I'm going to list a couple issues I think that need to be fixed. First issue, I think that we don't necessarily value our students as much as we should. Like, the other day we had the assembly, all facing sports, and I know we're having another assembly coming up for drama kids and all that stuff, but I don't think that they get enough credit for what they do. I mean, they work hard all year. I mean, we have, like in sports and wrestling, we have a season. Well, they don't really have a season. They go all year just on this one thing. And I feel like we need to get the crowd bigger. I feel like we need to support them more and show them that we do care, that they are students at the school and that they do deserve our respect. And then the other problem that I think we need to fix is just school spirit all around. I mean, we get to assemblies and we have a lot of kids like talking and like just in the corner, not really paying attention. And I think the way to do this is just have more interesting, more exciting, and just great assemblies that everyone can get behind and really enjoy. So join the crusade and vote for Cade.